Are you a master's student? Maybe you just finished up your BSc studies and you are in search of the perfect scholarship to apply to. Don't worry. In today's video, I got you covered because I will tell you the exact scholarship which is perfect for you for master's studies in Europe next year 2026. And before I go into the application process of this scholarship, right, I will talk about the criteria and the important things you must take note of. Okay. This scholarship is called the Uppsala University Global Scholarship in Sweden. You know, Sweden has two scholarships. We have the SI scholarship, which is the Sweden Institute Scholarship, and we have this other one, which is called the Uppsala University Global Scholarship, right? So, as earlier mentioned, before I go into the application process, I'll talk about the criteria and the things which you must take note of before you apply for this scholarship in Sweden against next year. Okay, so before I dive into the video, my name is Stephan and I make content on immigration, traveling abroad and getting a visa. So if you like such videos, or if you know someone who may like such videos, you can as well share my videos to them, or subscribe and hit the bell icon so you get notified when my next video goes live. Okay, so let's go into the video straight away without wasting much time. So what's the Uppsala University Global Scholarship? It is a merit-based award that covers the full tuition fees for international students applying for master's program. Please, before you continue, this scholarship is not fully funded. Okay, if you want fully funded scholarships, there are so many of those within Europe, like within the EU zone, if you are planning to study in Europe. And one of the scholarships in Europe which is fully funded is called Erasmus Mundus. Okay, so if you haven't heard about this scholarship called Erasmus Mundus, please let me know down below in the comment section, and I might make a video on this scholarship within the coming days ahead. So what are the criteria which you need before applying for this scholarship? This scholarship is available for African students. Good news for African students. So if you're in Nigeria, Cameroon, Sierra Leone, Ghana, like within the Africa continents, right, it is very possible for you to apply for this scholarship. Okay, so what's the next thing? You need your bachelor's degree, because this scholarship is for master students. So you need your bachelor's degree to apply for this scholarship and your transcript. Okay, so for those who are in Cameroon, if you study in the University of Boya, you can go to UB and ask for your transcript. They will give you your degree, which we use to apply for this scholarship. The next thing which you don't need is your height. Yes, in this scholarship, you don't need height, the IESS. This doesn't apply to everyone. If you are, or if you study in the French zone, let me say if you study in the French country, like if you have a French background in education, please, you need to go in for your height. You need to write the height exam, because you will be asked to provide that if you study in different language apart from English language. Okay, also take note of the score. Please, I don't know if there's a particular or a minimum overall height score which you must have before you apply for this scholarship. I don't know, I haven't checked that, but you can check that for yourself, right? It's not that hard. Okay, so the next requirement which you will need to apply for this scholarship is that you need to check some programs. Will ask you to, in some programs they will ask you to provide some additional documents like your CV, your statement of purpose, your letter of recommendation, and so on. So please always make sure to check the programs which you are applying for to know the requirements which falls under that program, because not all programs have the same requirements. Okay, and again, as earlier mentioned, this program is solely for master students. This scholarship is solely for master students, even though there is another scholarship in Sweden which also includes bachelors, right? I'm talking about the Andreas Wars scholarship. This one also includes bachelor's programs and mostly for African students. So if you also want to know about this scholarship, please tell me down below in the comment section, right? I will make a video on this as soon as possible. So so that is all for the requirements. There are only 4 of them, right? So but there's something you should know, or there's something you must know about this scholarship, or let me say important dates you must take note of, right? 1, the application ends on the 15th of January 2025. So you still have some time until next year January, because right now we are still in November. So you still have some time before next year January. And the scholarship period for this application is from the 16th of January right up to the 2nd of February 2025. And the third date which you should take note of is that courses for this scholarship starts on August 2026 next year. So take note of the deadline of the scholarship period, and when the courses will start in the scholarship. Okay. So now let's go into the application process. There's one sweet thing about this scholarship which I really love is that you can pick multiple programs in this scholarship. So it's not like you can only pick just one, right? You can go in for multiple programs, but make sure that you rank them according to their priorities. Like if your top priority is nursing, make sure that nursing should be the top, should be ranked the top, the first. If second is what can I say? Chemistry. So chemistry should be the second, right? So depending on what you want, it should be ranked according to priorities. So take note of this. If you don't do this, the authorities might have issues giving you this scholarship because it is also very competitive. So take this into consideration. Now, what are the application process for this scholarship? If you want to apply for this scholarship, check a link down below or check a link up here. I'll leave a link up here. Is it up here? Up here? Yeah, up here. I'll leave a link there. As earlier mentioned, the scholarship ends on the 15th of January 2026. Then, second thing is that you must rank your programs according to your priorities, right? The next thing you need to do is that you need to submit your scholarship application form during the application period. So as earlier mentioned, this application period starts from the 16th of January right up to the 2nd of February. So we have almost a month. Now, the next thing you need is your motivational letter. Please, most students get this wrong. Avoid using AI. Even if you want to use AI, you need to include your own words in it because it is clearly mentioned that students should not use AI-based materials, okay? And this should not exceed 350 words, right? So when writing your motivational letter, it should not be more than 350 words. This scholarship is not fully funded, as earlier mentioned. It's not fully funded, but why not go for it? Instead of chasing fully funded scholarships, please, there's one thing I want you to know, right? There are so many students now, like so many African students, even Asian students, who are chasing fully funded scholarships, and it is getting crazy out there. So those fully funded scholarships are really competitive right now. It's quite saturated. So, and if you apply for fully funded scholarship, you might not get a chance to be admitted, okay? Even though you might, but it's very, very risky right now, like very, very risky. So instead of chasing fully funded scholarship, why don't go for this scholarship which covers your tuition fee? Remember, if you're in Africa, or let me say if you're an African student, the main aim is to enter Europe, right? Those in Cameroon, if you have the means to go out in Europe next year using this scholarship, please do it because the main aim is to enter Europe next year. Things are getting so hard in Cameroon right now. I'm in Cameroon, I'm still in Cameroon. I'm not in Europe. Don't sit down and say that, no, I'm waiting for a fully funded scholarship. Take this one now. I guarantee you, if your GPA is solid, if you have a solid educational background, and you follow all this process, you'll be in Europe next year. Please, I am in Cameroon right now. I am not in Europe. But if I have the opportunity to travel to Europe next year for studies using a scholarship, I will do it, right? But also, I'm still trying to gather some funds, right? But this doesn't mean that I shouldn't help those who are, or those who have the money to travel to Europe, right? So that's why I'm creating all this content. It's not for content's sake, no. I'm trying to pass out an important information to those who have the funds to travel to Europe next year, okay? So please do it. Things are getting so rough in Africa right now. Anyways, if you like such contents or if you like such information, please consider subscribing to my channel and hitting the bell icon for more information. So once I drop a new video, that video will reach you first. Thanks for watching again, and my name is Stephan. Sorry for the audio quality and sorry for the background, okay? I believe that the most important thing here is to pass out the information to those who need it. So thanks for watching again, and catch you in the next video.